What's going on, guys? Bruce Madsen, your host of the show, Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and we're doing something a little different. I've been mock drafting lately, getting you guys ready for the leagues, doing different types of drafts. Now I'm doing a best ball draft on Underdog Fantasy. It's getting ready to kick off right now, and we're going live with it. Alright, we're waiting for the draft to start. We're waiting for the first pick to go in. I'm picking at the 108. This draft's getting started. And first player off the board, Christian McCaffrey. Next is Dalvin Cook. This is a $5 league. I think it's a 10-teamer. And best ball, half-point PPR. If you're interested in doing drafts on Underdog Fantasy, hit the link in the description. Use code METRICSCOUT. And then you'll also get $25 with your deposit. It's a great deal. That's for first timers. But here we have Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry. Broncos fan just went with Kamara. Football bats up. Ezekiel Elliott. I was hoping he'd fall to me, but I was kind of doubting it. Saquon's on the board. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Kelce. Diggs is on the board. So we got a lot of talent here at running back. And I am on the clock. So it's between Saquon Barkley and Jonathan Taylor. I like them both. And I want to go running back here because I can go wide receiver later. So there is the list of running backs. There's the wide receivers. I'm going to go with Saquon. I'm drafting Saquon. I'm not worried about the knee injury. I'm not worried about him starting the offseason on the pup or whatever list he's on. I think once the bullets are flying in season, they're going to be using him. And I want a running back that's catching the ball in the backfield, catching checkdowns, who's athletic. I want that on my fantasy team. And I want to start off with running backs. I feel like I can get a good stable wide receivers a little bit later in the draft. Even though it's best ball, I still want to get good running backs. Here what I have on the board. I'm going to show all of it. DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, Devontae Adams, Antonio Gibson, Joe Mixon. I am still going to overvalue running back here just because it can get pretty dry real quick, and I'm going to go with Antonio Gibson. Just like his receiving ability. I feel like he's in a good situation with Washington. I feel like they're going to have a lot of good positive game scripts for him. And I'm not afraid to go running back, and maybe running back my first 3 picks and then hammer wide receiver. It just really depends on what round 3 looks like for me. Aaron Jones off the board right after me. So not too bad. DeAndre Hopkins. So we're going to start seeing some receivers go, which is fine. This is a little bit slower of a draft. A little bit slower draft than the Wizard on Fantasy Pros, but this is live with real people, so it's going to be more realistic. Joe Mixon gone. Clyde Edwards-Helaire gone. His ADP's bumping up there. I really would love it if DeAndre Swift fell to me, but I don't see it happening. Darren Waller would be a nice pickup, especially for best ball. We also got to start thinking about our stacks for wide receivers and quarterbacks. Justin Jefferson off the board. I'm picking at the 108, so it's going to be a bit till I pick. Feels like forever. This guy's got 14 seconds. Allen Robinson. So wide receivers, big run on wide receivers here. Which means Darren Waller went off the board. Kind of sad about that. Imagine there's going to be a couple more wide receivers off the board, and they're going to start nabbing up some of the leftover running backs. I don't know if Swift's going to make it to me or not. He's at the top of the running back group, and I'm like 4 picks away. So we'll see what happens here. Waiting on the pick, DK Metcalf. Big wide receiver run. There's talent available at wide receiver still. So I'm good. Broncos fan, let's see what you roll with here. Devontae Adams. Kind of scary considering Aaron Rodgers' situation, but I mean, it's a talent. Keenan Allen's on the board, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin. Pretty stacked wide receiver. Keenan Allen just went. I'll go DeAndre Swift as my running back 3 and be fine with that. Yep, pounding that one. DeAndre Swift, round 3 every time. And then after that, I feel better going wide receiver with my next pick because I feel like I can pick up maybe another running back, another couple rounds after that. But we'll see. Terry McLaurin, Mark Cooper, J.K. Dobbins, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas. Let's see how far Michael Thomas drops in this draft. You know what? I'm not going to select him. I just want to see how long it takes for some of these other guys to draft him. I just want to see that. Just because of the injury, I just want to see how far he'll fall. He'll probably get auto-drafted before someone drafts him. And I am up. Mike Evans just went. We have Terry McLaurin, Mari Cooper. See, running backs are not as sexy anymore, so I feel free to go wide receiver here. And then Kyle Pitts is top. I feel good with wide receiver, quarterbacks. So I'm going to go Terry. Did I get it? Yes. That was a nail biter there. You don't have much time to look over the board. Terry McLaurin, J.K. Dobbins. I like that. Mari Cooper, I thought about it, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I wanted the Cowboy stack a little bit, but if I go Cowboy stack, I'll go. I think Lamb's off the board, so it'd have to be Dak Gallup, which I'm fine with that. I think that's an underrated stack, but I want to stack more of that team. So my roster right now: Saquon, Antonio Gibson, DeAndre Swift, and Terry McLaurin. Three running backs and 1 wide receiver. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I want to get a good stack. That's the goal. That's the trendy thing to do is get a good stack. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't want to push it either. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott. Another thing I don't think people think of is like killing other people's stacks. Like knowing that other people are trying to stack in your league and you just take Dak because he's a popular stack and you know he's going to give you good production, so it doesn't matter. I'm not doing a Fitzpatrick stack. I just don't think the volume in offense is just going to be high enough to warrant that. But I do have Washington football team, so if he's humming, they're humming. That makes sense, and it's going to be cheap. He's going to be a cheap quarterback to get. So Ryan Fitzpatrick's probably going to be on this team. Saquon and DeAndre Swift. So Goff. I don't really see myself stacking up on Lions receivers. I also feel like Danny Dimes could be a piece if I get one of those receivers as well. And that'd be later in the draft. So we're looking at quarterbacks available. Right now, best available, Michael Thomas. Ooh, DJ Moore just came off. We have Tyler Lockett, Jamar Chase, Adam Thielen. Not too shabby at all. T. Higgins. We got wide receivers left. Jamar Chase just went off the board. That's fine. Let's see what we're doing at running back here. Josh Jacobs, Mike Davis, Travis Etienne. I'm interested in Javonte Williams. I have been in all my drafts, but it's okay if I don't get him either. Because I feel like there's some good wide receiver talent left that's available. Let's look at these quarterbacks coming up because I'm on the clock real quick. Josh Allen. I can't get Stephon Diggs. Lamar Jackson's fun. Okay, let's go wide receiver here. First, I'll take a peek at tight end. Okay, wide receiver. And I'm going for upside here with T. Higgins. Let's just get him. T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin. I like that. I'm gonna have a stable wide receivers. T. Higgins is gonna get targets. He's gonna have a large target share, even with Chase being there. Even with Burrow coming back from the leg, I'm fine with it. I like T. Higgins a lot. There's a lot of good things coming out about him from camp with how fluid he looks. High end prospect, young wide receiver. Showed a lot of good stuff as a rookie. I think that's fine drafting him as my wide receiver too. Running backs weren't too sexy there, so I'm all right. I want to see how far Michael Thomas falls. Whoever auto drafts are getting him. He's the auto draft guy right now. I'll show you everybody available. Adam Thielen, Are we on tight end? Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is a good pick. Let's go. I got 12 seconds left. Running back Josh Jacobs. Or Mark Andrews. Go Mark Andrews. Why not? Why not? Why not? Which means I might stack him with Lamar if Lamar's there. If he's there, that might be a stack. Lamar and Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman. Get Rashad Bateman a little bit later in the draft and go from there. Lamar Jackson just went off the board, which is fine. You don't push stacks anyways. And I just got a tight end that'll get me a 25% target share. That's what he had last year. And he's pretty close to that every year. So I'm cool with that. It's not like it's a lost pick because of the stat. And there's wide receivers on the board that I can still get. That's the thing. Cortland Sutton's pretty enticing here. Target share guy. Air yards guy. I like Cortland Sutton. That's probably who I'm going to be looking at when I pick. Some younger guys below him. I'm really wanting Cortland Sutton. Myles Gaskins will be a fun one. Trey Sermon for later, but I got 3 running backs. So I'm kind of good there. People are starting to roll with their quarterbacks. And the thing about Cortland Sutton is I'm not drafting lock. I'm not drafting lock to make that pick. So he's right there. Robbie Anderson's an interesting play. Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson, I knew he was going to go. So that's why I wasn't considering him. He's just too consistent on his scoring as long as he's healthy. But right now we got Saquon, Antonio Gibson, DeAndre Swift, Terry McLaurin, T. Higgins, Mark Andrews. We're spread out pretty good with talent, and we're stacked at running back. We have upside plays. We got some risk, but it's pretty safe. I like that with this team. And we got upside plus stability. It's fine. 2 picks away. Let's look at quarterback real quick because we can't forget about that. And we might be just going late round quarterback here, and the stacks are just not working. Like everyone, when they show their teams online, they show their stacks and they show their pretty lineups, but sometimes it just doesn't work out in the draft. I'm trying here, but it's like I'm not going to reach or ever play for value. Hawkinson's still available. Like, I'm cool with going 2 tight ends, but I'm not doing it right now. Robbie Anderson went. Thank you for taking that decision away from me. And it's Cortland Sutton. I knew he'd fall. And I'm cool with that. Air yards plus targets. And he had that knee injury week 2 last year. So he had plenty of time for him to heal up. I think he's going to be fine. Locke, Teddy Bridgewater, they're going to be chucking bombs to him. I like that. If I get Jerry Jeudy, then I got to figure out if Jerry Jeudy falls to me. If he hasn't been drafted yet, I think he's already been drafted. Michael Gallup, those on my radar. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy went right after me. Michael Gallup's on my radar. Deebo Samuel's on my radar a little bit. Laviska Shenault is. Mike Williams is. He's getting a lot of love lately. And then after that, it's just... But Michael Gallup's big time on my radar, especially for best ball. Especially. A reminder, if you're interested in Jordan Underdog Fantasy, make sure you hit the link in my description on below and use the code MetroScout when you sign up. That way I get a little credit for it. Not too shabby of a draft. Mostert just went off the board. Debo. And here, I'm strong at running back. I'm stacked at receiver. receiver. I auto-drafted Debo. Oh, shit. I was talking to auto-draft Debo. Oh, my God. I'm fine with it, though. Fine with it. After the catch guy, I didn't even notice the autograph. I auto-drafted Debo. That's just... That was funny. I'm sure people are going to watch that and be like, this guy's just rambling, and he auto-drafted Debo. Pretty far away from picks, and I really wanted Michael Gallup. That would have been a Michael Gallup pick, and I'm not going to get him. I'm not going to get Michael Gallup. I wish I could trade Debo for Michael Gallup. I really want that. Fine with him as a wide receiver 4. I'll live with it. It's just a cheap best ball draft, so whatevs. There's a million of these I want to play, so it doesn't matter. Not going to be the last time I auto draft, especially live on air, because these shows can get a little wonky at times. Chase Edmonds, Michael Carter, Zach Moss. Someone pulled the trigger on Michael Carter. Michael Gallup sitting there at the top. What does it look like with everybody here? Russell Wilson, Michael Gallup. I'm a few picks away. Hear about Michael Gallup's going to McQuay. The Q, whatevs. Number 1 option. That's it. He's going to be gone, though. Yep. Took that away. Fuck am I at here? I do need quarterback, but I can go late round. There's Russell Wilson. There's Joe Burrow. I can do the Burrow-Higgins connection. That's a stack. That's a simple stack I can do. And I can implement that. No problem. I don't know if I want to play ADP with that. I'm on deck. Got to remember that. Will Fuller. Curtis Samuel. Okay. Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Brown. I mean, I'm not in love with the wide receivers there. I can wait. Zach Moss, James Conner. I'm getting my stack here with Joe Burrow. Bam. Joe Burrow, Higgins. Chase, Higgins, Boyd. That combination with Burrow, I could lead the fantasy points, and plus that stack with him and Higgins. I like that a lot. And I'll be coming back to pick here. I'm almost on deck. Can't believe I auto-draft Deebo Samuel. Wow. Projected 1,875 points. Team so far. Well, I'm on the clock, so I better pay attention to what I'm doing. Where we at on running back? I just want running back. Zach Moss, James Conner. It's ugly. Running back's ugly. I can get some functionality at wide receiver. Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, Marquise Brown, Michael Pittman. Will Fuller is best ball for life, baby. Him and Tua. Stage of the game. He is made for best ball. Doesn't matter where he's at. And then if I'm going to do that, I might as well do Jalen Waddle and Devontae Parker and then get Tua. How far is Tua down the line? Can that make sense? He probably already got drafted. Tua. He's available. 147. We're in round 10. Where am I at here? Running back. Just straight running backs. It's ugly. People are fading it. People are fading running back. Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers. Quarterback. How are we on tight end? Gesicki, Irv Smith, Trotman. I feel like I'm wait a bit on tight end unless wide receiver gets ugly. Darnell Mooney. There's no way he falls to me. There's no way Mooney falls to me. Did I auto draft again? No in hell I auto drafted again. Did I do that again? Nope. The cool thing is I auto drafted and did not get Michael Thomas. So at least that didn't happen. Darnell Mooney, just put him in the Quay. The Quay. Darnell Mooney. He's not coming. I'm not getting him. There's no way. No way I'm getting just Darnell Mooney. There's no way he's coming to me. Noah Fan off the board. Smart pick. Smart pick. There's some upside there. Not that many targets to go around. Especially Cortland Sutton there. Back. Jerry Judy's going to gobble some short to intermediate targets. Jerry Judy's going to be used more efficient this year. He's not going to get more deep balls, and he'll be able to reel in more of those targets. I look for Jerry Judy to be more productive, even with the same amount or less targets this year, just because he's going to be used appropriately instead of having to step in for Cortland Sutton being out. So I've got 1 quarterback, 3 running backs, 5 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. Everyone's playing chicken on these running backs, but we're eventually going to have to start taking them. I like Kenyon Drake down here, but ADP and how this list of players is looking like doesn't look like it's going to be. But I want Darnell Mooney. I want him as my wide receiver 6. I feel like I'm overcompensating for that Debo pick that I didn't want to make. Darnell Mooney would be my replacement for... Yep, that's who I'm drafting. Darnell Mooney. Let's double check here. Waddle. Waddle's the top of the board. Mooney's not coming back to me. Mooney's not... How many picks am I away? Let's play chicken. Let's go Waddle. Let's go Waddle. And let's see if Mooney comes back. Let's see if Mooney comes back, and then we'll get to Tua stat. And if Mooney doesn't come back, then I'll go Parker or Bateman. Screw the running backs, and then we'll go from there. That is our life right now. That is what we're doing. We are getting Darnell Mooney. He's gone. Mooney's gone. That's all right. We'll go with Parker and finish off the stat. Put Parker in the play. Make it easy. Make it easy. Draft him. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with wide receiver. I'm done. Maybe. I'm maybe not done. How many rounds is this mofo? Okay, we're at 18 rounds. We're at 18 rounds. So, of course, Tua has to be drafted to complete the stack. I got 7 receivers off the board. Is Kenyon Drake available of all the running backs? Because Kenyon Drake, Latavius Murray. I don't want to push the issue on this. I don't force it, but I do want one of those backs if I want to increase my running backs or get Jamal Williams just in case the coaching staff gets really stupid. I got options. I got hoes in different area codes over here. Irv Smith, Robert Tonyan, Gerald Everett, Evan Ingram, Jonnu Smith. I mean, tight end's not too bad right now. Did I auto draft again? Did I do that? Did I mess this up? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at this point. I'm pretty deep on my team. I do want it for positional strategies. Melvin Gordon off the board. Gus Edwards. Now everyone's getting their late round running backs, which is cool. It's cool for them. Two is down there. Probably gonna go. If Kenyon Drake's there, I'll go with it. Kenyon Drake's in the Quay. I think I'll go with that. Wide receiver. Yeah, I'll go with that. Don't care about tight end. Don't really care about tight end. Kenyon Drake's gone. Oh well. He's there. I'm on the clock. We scouted the board good enough. We can go Kenyon Drake as our RB4. 4 running backs. Gerald Everett just went off the board. It's between Latavius Murray, David Johnson, Jamal Williams. I feel like those guys can fall to me a bit. How are we on Tua? I'm going Tua here. Just going to complete the stack. Dolphin stack is done. We made it. We figured it out. We just didn't get Myles Gaskin. It didn't play out that way. But we got Waddle, Parker, and Fuller. We got our Dolphins stack. That's all that matters. We won this league. We're stacking Dolphins. I don't know why. We also have a little Bengals stack. Maybe no more quarterbacks. We're getting ready to hit round 15. I'd like to get another running back. And definitely at least one more tight end. Nyheim Hines, Devin Singletary, James White. I'm not in love with this. Paris Campbell is a guy I've been nabbing up. Terrace Marshall could be a good upside play. Brian Edwards is going to be on the field. Robert Tonyan, his value could be dead if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back. There's Evan Ingram, Jared Cook, Fersker, Cole Kmet. It's fine. It's all fine. I feel good getting a top tier tight end and then waiting after that. I don't want to get a third quarterback. I don't really want to, but sometimes the value is there for that. Running back's ugly. Running back gets ugly late. Like, there's no hope. There's no hope. Did I auto draft again? Nope. Okay, a few picks away. Paris Campbell got drafted, so we got some smart people in the room. His profile suggests he's a good best ball candidate. Speed creates a lot of upside. Wentz is there. There's a lot of ambiguity. You got 7 receivers. I don't know what I'm doing with that. But I'm not going to ignore him either. Cole Beasley. Like, you can't call him an upside guy. Emmanuel Sanders, kind of scary. John Brown, Terrace Marshall, Christian Kirk. I can ignore Nyheim Hines, catches passes. J.D. McKissick instead as a insurance policy to Gibson. Be a good long-term play. Plus, he catches passes out of the backfield. I look for his production to be less compared to last year. Like, I'm not using it as a upside play, more as an insurance policy to what I got here at Gibson, and I'm going to draft him. Bam. And I need another running back. Fills it out. He could have a couple boom weeks, catching some checkdowns. I don't hate it. Alexander Madison's another guy. Something happens to Dalvin Cook, he's going to be getting touches. Dalvin Cook has an extensive injury history. It just hasn't manifested here lately, but it has manifested before. It was a big red flag on his player profile, so that makes sense to want to get Alexander Madison here. Let's see here. I'm going to do that. That'll be my wide receiver. I mean, the upside's not there. That's my running back 6. And now we're in my next pick. I have 2 picks left. I can go another quarterback. I definitely have to go another tight end here somewhere with these next 2. Gronk is a good best ball candidate. You know he's getting targets from Brady, and you know he's getting boom weeks. You know you're getting boom weeks. To fill that void, he's next for me. I know he's getting boom weeks. You know he's getting looks around the red zone. That's just a thing. That's just what happens with Gronk, and he's gone. That's all right. New England tight ends. Cole Kmet. Old Cole and Blake Jarwin. Eric Ebron. We got some options, unless I just auto-drafted. I'm fine with auto-drafting Debo. I'm fine. I just wish it was Michael Gallup, but we'll move forward with that. Keep trucking. So, running back, Saquon, Antonio Gibson, DeAndre Swift, Kenyon Drake, J.D. McKissick, Alexander Madison. Wide receivers, Terry McLaurin, T. Higgins, Courtland Sutton, Debo Samuel, Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Parker. Tua and Burrow at quarterback. Tight end is Mark Andrews. 25% target share. Dandy. This has been the longest round of my life. These guys are just stalling out. Just waiting for these picks to come in. Versker. Hill. This guy's running out the clock. Josh Reynolds. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. I don't know what you're expecting to do with that, but okay, dude. Okay. He must need receivers or something. I don't know why you pull the trigger there. I just don't know why. There over Rashad Perriman. I mean, over Rashad Perriman, Brian Edwards, Terrace Marshall. I mean, Dommy Brown even. A lot of upside wide receivers still. A lot of breakout candidates. See, everyone's getting their second tight end because they faded. They did the same as me. Cole, Clement, Blake Jarwin. I like Blake Jarwin. I like the Cowboys offense better than the Bears. Like, I don't know why he's not higher, and I think it's because of Dalton Schultz. But Dalton Schultz isn't going to be the guy. It's going to be Jarwin. They paid him up for a reason before last season. As long as he's good, he's good. I got Mark Andrews to hold off things. So, John Brown. Who's my upside guy? Brian Edwards, Terrace Marshall. Those are my two dudes. I don't need another receiver. I need a running back, but is there any running backs worth a damn? Chuba Hubbard, Gio Bernard. No, not until people get hurt and stuff. I mean, I can go back up, running back. I'm 3 deep at top tier running backs on purpose. Want to go upside here? It's Brian Edwards, Terrace Marshall. I'm on the clock. You know what? I don't have much Terrace Marshall. I've had some Edwards here lately, so let's switch it up and go Marshall. And that's the draft. Let's see how things shake out here. Komet goes up next. I could have tripled up at tight end, maybe, instead of hammering more wide receiver, got another quarterback. But I think I'm good here. Tua Burrow, a QB. Running backs, Barkley, Gibson, Swift, Drake, McKissick, Alexander Madison. Wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, T. Higgins, Courtland Sutton, Deebo Samuel, Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Parker, Terrace Marshall is my upside play. Mark Andrews, Blake Jarwin. I hate that I only got 2 QBs, but I'm fine with it. I wish I had a third tight end, considering there's some risk with Blake Jarwin, but I'm fine with it. All in all, I like the roster. I got a Dolphins stack. It's not a sexy stack, but it's a stack. And I like my running backs. It's deep. Wide receivers, I'm pretty deep at. I think this is a good team. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And let me know what you want me to draft next. I want to thank you for watching the show. Hit that subscribe button on the way out, and I'll catch you next time.